Hello, this is davidji and welcome to this week's Life Tools. This week we explore owning your impact. There was a time in my life where I was pointing a lot of fingers and I was finding an excuse or someone to blame every place I pointed. And I was stuck. I had like one foot in one world and one foot in another world. And I couldn't figure out how to lift that other foot, or if I should lift that other foot. Making choices is a very, very transformational process. Our emotions shift, our physiology shifts. Sometimes it's the location, the people we work with. We change our dialogue. We change so many things about us. But in order to take that transformational step, you have to own it. If you have one foot in one world and one foot in another world, how far can you go? Maybe you can do a split. That's about it. You have to give yourself permission to pick up the leg that's holding you back. You have to give yourself permission to own your impact. There was a period of time where I was the COO of a company more than a decade ago, and back in New York. And we were reporting quarterly earnings. And I was really struggling with someone that I was managing. And when the quarter ended, the CEO said to me, "So how come the results from that particular division were so poor?" And I pointed the finger at that other person. And he said, "You're that person's boss. Why would you blame that person? You own it." That was a big aha moment for me. And from that moment forward, it was one of the most painful moments for me, but from that moment forward, I've taken great pride in owning it. And yet there are things that happen throughout all of our lives where you need to give yourself permission to own it. So if you're stuck right now in something, anything, and you're pointing a finger at somebody or blaming them or using that as an excuse for this, how in the world could you confuse that for this? Aham Brahmasmi, baby. You are the universe. So in this moment, give yourself permission to take a stand for something, take a step, own your impact, and whatever happens, it was yours. It was truly yours, not someone else that stood in the way or made it so it couldn't happen. And if you can start to do that, you start to realize everything is available to us. Everything is open to us. There are no rules that the universe, other than the laws of nature, that the universe has actually imposed on any person, any being. What can't you do? So let's take that step. I'll take a powerful step this week as well. I'll own my impact. Instead of pointing at something and saying, "That's not working because of that," I'll realize, it's not working because of this, and I'm going to make it work. I'll make this the catalyst for everything else. Send me an email at info@davidji.com about your struggle, about your owning your impact and your triumph. I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the gap. Namaste.